Hello and welcome to my second video featuring King Arthur's Gold gameplay. I figured rather than get straight onto the class videos that I was going to make, there wasn't any video like outlining the controls, because this would be like a tutorial video, which is, I would put on the wiki, would outline the controls, basically be a support for the image file. The image file which you get when you download the game, which has got the tutorial in it. I decided to outline the controls and also just note a few important things. So basically controls are WASD, they're the standard controls nowadays. W for jump, A for left, D for right, and down for ducking, or well, just ducking basically, or down a ladder. Most of the time you're using your mouse to aim your cursor somewhere. So say I want to get this wood, I have to put my mouse over the wood in order to get the wood from it, and in order to get that wood I then need to right click with the mouse. So it depends on what class you're using, but generally most stuff is mapped to left or right mouse button, and for the builder it's all perfectly mapped to left for building and right for destroying, mining and attacking. So in order to mine this wood I have to right click it, so that's that. If I want to destroy my own block, let's say I build a ladder by pressing the left mouse button, and I have to right click that to destroy it, and I built it using the left mouse button, so that's just building. And say there was an enemy coming towards me, a builder can attack an enemy. You use your right mouse button for that as well, although it does have the added side effect of if you're near any of your own buildings when you're spamming right click, you can end up destroying your own buildings in the process, so be careful with your building, with your right click of builder. In order to change the block type that you're putting down, you need to press F. That's and your cursor should bring up the type of block that you want to build. Yep, and that's the controls for builder. Oh yeah, just quickly, your inventory is shown up here. All the resources can be carried over from all three classes, but the main resource for knights are bombs. So he starts with 3 bombs and those deplete. He has 3 hit points, unlike the other 2 classes which have 2 hit points. Controls for knight are the same with movement. Different for attacking though, because attacking is left mouse, whereas shielding is right mouse button, and it will shield in the direction of your cursor. So I'm holding my cursor out to the right, that's where it shields. Now if I move my cursor quickly above the knight, it shields above him. Similarly I can do that for down and left, and down left, down right, which doesn't really make much difference, but still. And also where he faces when he shields. The direction of the attack is mainly side to side, so it doesn't affect, your cursor doesn't affect like where attacking above or below. It's just this side or this side, so just make sure you're on the right side of the enemy. That's that. Also there's bombs is F, and I'll go into more bomb controls later because I just want to do the basics of controls to cut this video down. Archer controls, as I mentioned, hold down the button, let go with left mouse button. Right mouse button is the same as builder for getting wood. And also there's an extra control to note with the archer is E picks up an arrow on the floor. So if your arrow's stopped to hit into terrain, you can pick it up. Similarly, if an arrow's in a wall, it's stuck to a wall, you can jump and press E and it will still pick it up. So I can, well, I don't have any walls, but I could probably show that to you actually. Just give me a sec. Just gonna mine some stone. Okay, so that's that, and then I shoot an arrow into it. Oh, I can get those without having to jump. But anyway, if it's a big wall, you can jump and press E, and that will still get the arrow. It's not like it's, you know, you can only pick stuff off the floor. Also, with E, does a lot of useful things. Well, actually, it doesn't do that much. No, it does do a lot. It picks up arrows, and also, if you're by a corpse, if you press E, you loot the corpse of all the resources it has. So it's really useful. If you think the enemy has gold, you might want to try looting them. If they have any gold, then you'll pick it up, and then you can take it straight back to base. Also, it can be useful if your body, if you are killed yourself, your corpse will stay up for a bit, provided the enemy doesn't mutilate them or your corpse timer runs out. You can go back to your corpse and loot your own corpse, which is kind of funny. Pick up all the resources you had previously. Very useful for archers because they run out of arrows, so if they kill another archer, they want to loot an archer's corpse. Yeah, E also picks up gold sacks, which I can't show you yet, I'll show you later. And then E again throws them. Also, E on a gold sack with gold stores gold, so that's E. F was also used for bombs for knights, but it's also change class at the tent, as you can see there, change class. When you start the game, you should also get a help menu. I can reactivate this. It should actually show you controls there, so it's fairly easy. Oh yes. There's also suicide, which is F and E. Can be useful if you're stuck and you don't want to waste time. Some people use it to loot their own corpse, but that's kind of retarded if you ask me. But you know. Also, if there's a heart on the floor, which you kill after you kill an enemy. You just duck and you should pick up the heart, or usually if you run over the heart it should pick up anyway. What else is there? Oh yeah, chatting is done with enter. So you press enter, you're in all chat. I'm going to say hello. That says to everyone in the game, not discriminating via team, hello. So even the red team will get that.